Hello YouTube, Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. So yesterday I did a video about my Dyness PowerBox F5.0. It's rated at 5 kilowatt hours, 48 volts. So theoretically I should be able to get 500 more watt hours from it than what I got from my Wico battery. As it stands, I only have 2 modules in it. The plan, long-term plan, is to get the full 4 modules so I can run it. I can run my appliances longer, run my air conditioner for a much longer period of time, but also to allow me to unlock the full 100 amps of charge and discharge. I'll show you I'll show you the display on the DE. As you know, I've been running DE 5 kilowatt inverter for a little while now, and once I had connected the Dyness to the DE and I changed it to lithium, everything was set automatically by the inverter. So it communicates with the BMS in the battery, communicates with the inverter, and it tells you what the correct settings are, and it tells it how much you can charge it by, how much you could discharge it by, tells it the state of the batteries, and also shows you how much you have left in the battery. So let me get closer and then I'll show you what I mean. So as it stands right now, I am producing 214 watts. And I only generated 7.5 kilowatt hours today. It wasn't the sunniest day, but it wasn't that bad. So you could see what my production was today. This limits me to a little under 3 kilowatts. So once the battery gets to set, once the batteries, well, let me rephrase that. Once it starts to charge and my production starts to pick up, the system in the BMS in the battery limits me to 50 amps maximum charge. So once it gets to 50 amps, it will throttle down and the inverter would reduce what it needs to produce, and it'll keep doing that back and forth till the battery gets full. So right now it says state of charge is 100% and the battery is on standby. Let me look at what the BMS itself says, and then we'll read the information from BMS. So right now the BMS is showing the battery at 51.2 volts, battery current 0. We can charge up to 53.5, but we didn't do that. It says battery charge voltage, we charge up to 53.5, but it doesn't do that. Charge current limit right now is 0 amps because the battery is full. And then this charge current limit is 60 amps. And the state of charge is 100%. So this communicates back and forth. My load at the moment is 177 watts. And my production is 218. So right now I'm producing much more than what I am currently consuming. You've heard the fan kicking. I'm going to back up so that the noise doesn't get in the way of our conversation. Real quick before I do that, my consumption today was 4.5 kilowatt hours. I have a 1 horsepower inverter AC, and I'm not going to lie, it does not cool the house during the day. It just maintains 27 degrees Celsius, which is pretty warm. But at night, it brings it down to 24, 25 degrees. So I don't know if it's a problem with the AC. I've done all the settings, it just won't work. So next thing I'll do is I'll use my power washer to clean it and hope it makes a difference. So let me back up and talk some more. So, like I said, my first night experience was perfect. I woke up with 40 some odd percent, close to 50% left in the battery, which is much more than what I get from the Wico. So we've had conversations on many groups about Chinese products. And people feel that the Chinese make inferior products relative to, say, their European rivals or relative to, okay, let me say, their European peers. And you know something? I am going to beg to differ. I have Wico, yes, it's manufactured in China for a European manufacturer. And when you look at what they supply you, the last set had some dents while it was being shipped. there were scratches on the box, they were missing some bits, and that is not what you find from a Chinese manufacturers. Perfect example, this battery came in a wooden box. The vehicle comes in a regular carton box. Okay, carton box, I don't know how to describe it right now, I'm drawing a blank. Let me show you. It comes in something that looks like this. And then there's foam padding around it. And that is not enough to protect you when it's being shipped. So there are lots of things that are going to happen. And then when you look inside the battery, when you look inside, some accessories like nuts, or what do you call the other thing, or the covers, in some of them they were missing. So the Chinese, on the other hand, these guys went out of the way to provide me with everything I need. If I needed to open the box, they'll provide me with the correct Torx or Allen key to allow me to open it. I didn't need to open the box. And then something else they did is they supplied me with 3 different cables, and they labeled each cable. So I use DE and I use Lux Power. The Lux Power seems to use a different protocol, so they supplied me with a Lux Power unique cable. And they label the side that goes to the battery, and they label the side that goes to the inverter. For the cable that works for DE, it's DE, Solace, and Goodwe. Same cable. They label the side that goes to the inverter, and they label the side that goes to the battery. And then for all the others, they gave you a cable, and they did the same thing. You know, they go this extra step, which our European manufacturers do not do. So another example is the DE inverter. They gave us the Torx key to allow us to open the front of the thing. A lot of times they'll provide you with the MC4 connectors that you could use to connect your PV to your inverter. It doesn't cost anything extra. I mean, it costs a little bit extra, but they really are going out of their way to make the experience good for you. So yes, we can say Victron is awesome, Schneider is awesome, all these other guys are awesome, but these guys, they've gone above and beyond. I remember, I'm old enough to remember, when Japanese products were considered inferior, and you bought Japanese products, people laughed at you. Today, Japanese products are among the highest rated products you can buy. And the Chinese have passed that point where we laughed at the Japanese, and now Chinese are going to become real players in the market. So that's my rant or my rave or my comments about the Chinese manufacturers. If you find the right ones, they are really going out of the way to make sure that they're supplying with products that would meet your expectations at a very competitive price point. Once again, this is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you had to subscribe, please click the subscribe button. And if you have a comment, post it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.